Manchester United also went behind at St James's Park, but they came back. Andy Cole scored twice against his old club. United stayed clear at the top. United still 4 points clear in this three-horse thriller in the middle of March. Just behind them in fourth place, Leeds United continued their magnificent run of form under David O'Leary, a sixth consecutive win as they slammed 4 past Derby. George Graham led Tottenham to victory over Leicester in the Worthington Cup final after only 5 months at the club. Earlier the same day, Chelsea returned to winning ways at Villa Park, though they had to wait for their goals.
Torre Andre Flo. On he goes, and Chelsea at last have the lead.
But Manchester United took their lead at the top back to 4 points with victory over struggling Everton at Old Trafford. Brian Kidd took his spending to over £18 million in 15 weeks with the signing of Lee Carsley from Derby. Chelsea received a blow to their championship aspirations with the imprisonment of first-team coach Graham Rix. Stepping into the breach, Ray Wilkins. While Kevin Keegan also took on a temporary job as England's head coach, a popular choice. With that England game against Poland to come, the Premiership fixtures finished prematurely in March. Manchester United still favourites, Arsenal putting up a great fight to keep their title, and Chelsea's class keeping them in the chase. In February, Sheffield Wednesday had won 3 games in a row. They didn't collect a single point in March to keep them in trouble. Manchester United and Arsenal both dropped points on difficult away trips. United had a sloppy moment at Selhurst Park.
Gary Neville was a little hesitant, and Jason Newell is round Schmeichel and has put Wimbledon in front. Beckham. Patient progress from United. Beckham's cross comes through to Irwin. Oh, and surely Beckham with an equaliser for Manchester United.
Arsene Wenger was setting his sights on a win at the Dell, where Southampton were unbeaten since the turn of the year. It was a tense and goalless affair.
Anelka. Still Anelka. He stayed on his feet. He's teed up Kanu. Oh, and he should have given Arsenal the lead. Benali was there.
So with the top 2 drawing, Chelsea closed the gap at the Valley.
Ferrer. Well, Illich came for it, and it could be a tap in for Di Matteo.
The softest of goals, Chelsea weren't complaining, but the manager was still playing down their chances.
I think that Arsenal and Manchester are still the best teams in the league, so it's up to them. Obviously, we try to keep up with them and do our best to get in the best possible position at the end of the season. But at the moment, the only thing we can do is to do our best.
Their best kept them in 3rd place, 5 points still behind Manchester United, but they did have a game in hand. Hasselbank, a consistent hitman for 4th placed Leeds, who made it 7 victories in a row by beating Nottingham Forest to equal the club's post-war record held by Don Reevy's side.
That Leeds side were, to me, a great side. We've got potential to go that way. Long way off it. They had a great manager. If I can be half as good as him and people talk about me, I'll be happy. And if my side can be half as good in the next few years as that side, I'll be delighted as well. Because when they talk about greats, that was a great side with great players in it.
Tony Cottee reached a milestone against Tottenham, his 200th league goal as Leicester gained some revenge for the Worthington Cup final defeat.
Tony, I think the delight in your face showed how happy you were to score your 200th league goal.
Yeah, very pleased. It was a bit of a tap in the end, but once it went in, just wanted to celebrate with the other players and with the fans as well. So it was a great moment for me, good personal moment.
Another happy striker, Kevin Campbell, on loan from Turkish club Trabzonspor, became the saviour of Everton.
Campbell! ever Everton goal for Kevin Campbell.
Under 3 minutes to go. Grant, Barnby, Campbell's in there if he can be found. Here is Campbell, he's done it again! 2-0 and the points are wrapped up.
Everybody's told me how good the fans are, but you know, today I really witnessed it, and you know, hopefully I could go on to score a lot more goals, and we could keep Everton up, and then we could go on to bigger and better things next season.
While the top two in the Premiership were concentrating on an FA Cup semi-final, third-place Chelsea closed to within a point of Arsenal with their 5th win in 6 league games.
Flo waited. The mistake was Perry's. Goldbeck to his left. Here is Bjarne Goldbeck. And here's Flo. Goldbeck. This is Zola. Flo's going into the centre. And this is Poyet. His first start since Boxing Day brings him his first goal since Boxing Day.
With David O'Leary the manager of the month for March, Leeds United were closing in on UEFA Cup qualification. But they missed out on the post-war record of 8 successive victories held at home by Liverpool. The game also signalled the end of Michael Owen's season with a hamstring injury, though once more he finished as joint leading scorer in the Premiership, this time with Dwight Yorke and Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink. While United and Arsenal continued their FA Cup epic, Chelsea missed out at Middlesbrough Gianfranco Zola with their best chance in a demanding match. It ended goalless.
We are thankful for a point. Yeah, we had a great chance with Franco Zola, probably the best chance of the game. But that was a tough outing for us, and it's very interesting that Arsenal and Man U have to come here as well. This is a hard place to come to, and we're very grateful for that point.
Mark Hughes was also grateful for a point as Southampton came back from 3-1 down against their rivals in distress from Ewood Park. Hughes' long-awaited first goal for the club started the revival.
It's a big one aimed towards Lindekamp. Oh, it's in! And it's Marian Pahars!
A defeat would have been catastrophic. Where does the draw leave you now?
It probably suits Blackburn more than it suits us. It just means we were looking to get points away from home. It just means we've got to reverse it now and go away and try and get the 3 points at Derby or Wimbledon.
Fellow strugglers Charlton would pay a heavy penalty for Paul Mortimer's miss against Leeds United. The next day, Chelsea looked in good shape against Leicester to sustain their championship challenge. Zola sped through to score in the first half, and they were 2 up when Martin O'Neill sent on Ian Marshall to dramatic effect.
Impey. Elliott. It's another own goal, and Chelsea might have an anxious finale here. Marshall, pushed out by De Goey. Guppy. It's bending, it's in! Steve Guppy!
Arsenal were collecting individual awards as they bounced back from their FA Cup semi-final heartbreak. Ray Parlour himself set the ball rolling against Wimbledon, who never came to terms with Joe Kinnear's convalescence.
Is the intention now just put as much pressure as you can on Man U?
Yeah, that's all we can do really, you know, win our games and see what happens from there. Pick up points, we've picked up another 3 points to put the pressure on. So that's all we can do really, is keep winning and hopefully they'll slip up.